Well, hi everyone. Buffett and Beyond Research brings you the Saturday stock market recap for November 9th, 2024, and what a week it has been. Well, let's go right into it. The market showed us what a double dose of good can do to our stock portfolios. The market reacted wildly Wednesday to Tuesday's election results and then went up even further when the Fed lowered interest rates on Thursday. Then with the upward momentum going for it, Friday continued the upward movement as our portfolios continued to make money this week, folks. Unbelievable. And our weekly stock analysis video, well, Arista is up 105% this past year and up over 800% over the past 5 years. We're happy to have this stock in our portfolios, you betcha. And our ETF video, well, our top 12 stock portfolio, picking the top stocks from the NASDAQ 100, or the QQQs, is up over 44% so far this year. It's our best performing portfolio. And let's look at the S&P 500, and these are volatility bands. The top red one, the bottom red one, in between is a 20-day moving average. And you can see we were playing around this bottom area here last week and going into the beginning of this week, and then all of a sudden the election, wow, we didn't even stop at the 20-day moving average, just went right past it, above the top band. That is a powerful market. Above the top band on Thursday, above the top band on Friday. Yeah, and the rule of thumb is that it will come back a little bit, regroup, and then test this high once again. Folks, we're looking at 6,000 over here on this S&P 500. Down here, we have finally turned up once again, and boy, it looks very, very nice in here. Will it take a little rest this week? Well, I hope so. Otherwise, it's making me dizzy. But then we'll see a good market. Don't forget, we're going into the holidays, so this could be a good year for all of us. And let's look at the S&P 500 on the candlesticks, and we could see the old high in here. And here we are right in here. And boy, when we went through it, it just kept going. So this is the line that's going to come down and be tested once again. It looks like it's right around 5,900 or so, and we'll just see what happens because, folks, it's looking beautiful. And here's that intermediate term indicator pointing up. Come all the way back up here. Here is what gave it away, is that we got this double bottom in here. When the market made a lower low, this indicator made a higher low, and boy, the market just took off. That was our key. And with the industrials, we got this double bottom before any of the other charts showed it. And then the market went up. That was nice. It went past this point up here, came down, scared us a little bit. We said, uh-oh, but it was holding right around that 50-day moving average, which is this blue line in here. And then all of a sudden, the day after the election, this market just shot up. So even when this came down, this bullish move or this bullish indicator right in here was not broken. That would have to come all the way down here to break it, and it didn't. And so we said, okay, it's given us another chance to make sure that we're fully invested in this market. And of course down here, here's the top on the Dow here, the old top, and boy, it just went Thursday or Wednesday, it just went shooting past that. What a day in the market. What was that, 1,500 points on the Dow Jones. And down here, yeah, we got that signal to turn up from almost an oversold position. And don't forget, the Dow is the worst performing out of the QQQs and the S&P 500 for several weeks in here, and then all of a sudden it just shot straight up. And let's look at portfolio protection. Yep, we've got 3 puts. This is about $140,000 portfolio, and we buy put protection about 12 to 15% below the market. Really disaster type of insurance that allows us to sleep at night in case something happens. And since the SPY put is for maybe $47,000 or so, for $50,000, we get 3 of these puts for that $140,000 portfolio, and then we roll them over. So next week we will just let this November 15th 475 put expire, and we'll go out and we'll get a February maybe 525, 530 put. We'll see where the market is at that time. So that's what we'll do next week, toward the end of the week coming up, and we'll go from there, folks. We like being protected for disaster insurance. Let the market go do what it's going to do, but we've got some pretty hefty profits in our portfolios. And how do our portfolios, our model portfolios, do year to date? Well, the S&P down here is up 25.5%, which is phenomenal, folks. That is a phenomenal year for the S&P 500. And when we see the S&P 500 do that well, we get a little worried for the following year. But look at our top portfolios. They're all outperforming the S&P 500. In fact, the top 12 stocks in our QQQ portfolio, in other words, the QQQs represent the NASDAQ 100 stocks, and we take about a dozen stocks out of that 100 using the clean surplus methodology, top stocks, and we leave them in there all year. And we're up 44%, almost doubling the S&P 500. Now, the sector stars, which we take the best performing ETFs over the past 5 years, and we take one or two stocks from each of those ETFs, and that portfolio is up 36.6%. Folks, this portfolio has about 18 stocks in it, and our growth portfolio of 30 stocks, has 30 stocks in it, up 32.1%. And this is the portfolio that we have a 22 going on 23-year track record of outperforming the S&P 500 by about 60% per year. In other words, the S&P 500 index has returned about 9.8% per year. Our portfolio has returned about 16% per year. So we're doing this on a pretty consistent basis, up 32.1%. So all our three main portfolios are outperforming the S&P 500 by quite a long shot when you look at the top QQQs. By the way, this top QQQ portfolio has returned about 400% over the past 4.5 years. So it continues to perform. That's where the winners are, folks. They're in the top stocks in the NASDAQ, which are the QQQ's 100 stocks, minus any financial stocks. Nice portfolio. We picked the best out of that 100. We've got 12 stocks in there, almost doubling the S&P, and outperforming it over 5 years, almost 5 years, by 400%. That's something to think about, folks. Okay, we had an exciting week. Go out and forget about the market. Get it out of your head. Count your money, folks. You've made some money this week. Go out, enjoy the beach, enjoy the golf course, go walking on the sidewalk, be with your family, be with your loved ones. Gee, think about having Sunday dinner with your family. That would be very, very nice. So, folks, stay safe this weekend, and we'll see you right back here in a couple of days.